What's up? The Concise King here. Welcome back to yet another Apex Legends video. We're going to call this Review the Play episode 3, where today's topic of discussion is going to be recognizing the green flags in your fights. Now, I wanted to make this video because I'm slowly coming to realize that handling your 1v1 is still a complicated thing here in the Apex Legends arena. With how crucial time to kill is in this game, I think an ultimate goal that we can all individually have is to go into a fight and handle our 1v1 engagement. Sometimes that's not always easier, so there are some other green flags that you can actually look for in a fight that allow you and your team to come out winning that fight, picking up that mid-game momentum, and even maybe going on to allow you guys to snag that dub. Now, if you guys are new around the channel, I have a like goal on this video that I set on all my other videos of 15 likes. So if you guys enjoy the tips, the tricks, if you take away anything from this video today, do not hesitate to drop a like on that like goal for your boy. And even consider subscribing to the channel as I do weekly Apex Legends coins giveaway. Just last week, I think we gave out just 4,000 of them things to our most recent viewers and subscribers answering my Apex Legends trivia. And I'll see you guys next week for that next giveaway as we journey on here to 1K subscribers. Just making my goal of 350. Let's see if we can go ahead and get to 400 within the next couple of weeks. Once again, it's your boy The Concise King. Let's get into reviewing these plays, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
I can feel the world getting farther. Every year the stars get...
Alright guys, now before we get started, what you need to take into consideration is that your fights are always going to be different. What did not happen in any of these plays that I'm going to show you guys today is the fact that we did not get third party in the duration of these fights. Third parties are always highly likely to happen in your fights. And so be aware that rarely, and I mean rarely, will you get a perfect silence fight where it's just your squad versus one other squad. Alright, cool. Now, the first tip I want to get into today, pretty simple, pretty easy. You just got to show up, be on time to a fight. It doesn't get any more simpler than that. Not being on time to a fight, letting your team engage first is going to cause for you showing up and your team maybe not in the fight anymore, healing up in a corner, or you're going to show up to having to 1v2, 1v3, so there's going to be a lot of spam pinging in your ear. It doesn't get any more simple than that. You can't progress in this game. You can't achieve that challenge in getting those kills and getting those knocks if you're not there in the fight to begin with. The second tip we're jumping right into, as you guys will see here in this duos clip with both me and Wraith. My Wraith is running to Storm just like I am, and she's so ahead of me that she actually runs into another duo.
Making contact with enemy.
And so what I do when I show up trying to be on time to the fight, as you guys can see me here lagging behind, is I decided to shoot the distracted enemy. Tip number 2, shoot the distracted enemy. Focus the distracted enemy, if you will. This is going to cause for you and your team to easily get a knock and kind of turn the game to your advantage. Now, this next play here is a great example of just that. Focusing the enemy that is so distracted by shooting your teammates, or maybe they're going off to heal up somewhere. Focusing the enemy that's distracted goes hand in hand with dueling damage, if you actually think about it. What happens in this particular play is that we go on to hit this care package, but as we were hitting this care package, we actually get ran up on by a team. Sorry, let me correct that. We get ran up on by a seer who was able to find us with his heartbeat sensor. You gotta love it. Nonetheless, we were able to just reposition ourselves in the best way possible, taking a little bit of high ground, kind of letting them push to us. But what you guys will see here is that my Wraith is getting focused from up top, but I decided to go and focus the enemy that was focusing her down below with a nice little flank. So that gave us the first knock, putting us in a great advantage. What I think I try to go for next is a clean 1v1, maybe with Seer, which wasn't almost like the best idea because he was able to track me using his ultimate. But as I'm handling this 1v1 with Seer, guess who comes in to help me focusing the enemy that was not focusing them at all? It was Wraith up top. So that was another successful knockdown, and before I could even turn back, we completely eliminated the squad.
That was the last one.
Focusing the distracted enemy is perfect for if you feel nervous about handling your 1v1s, or if you just want to duel that damage right there in the fight with your squad. Moving on now, for this next play here, the biggest takeaway, the biggest green flag that we're going to take away from this video is recognizing the separated enemy opponent. Sometimes when a team is so aggressive to push you, they will tend to separate, one trying to go for a flank and the other two staying together as a squad. For in this particular instance, I do have a Bloodhound. It is always important to know how to use your legend in the best of their abilities depending on the fight. That's why I say each fight is going to be different. But in this particular play, I got such a timely scan that I was able to see the separated enemy in this fight.
Gas trap.
Recharging my shield. Spotted an enemy over there.
Sadly enough, it came out to be Seer, Recon Legend, which I came out to be the better one, as he jumps down, giving up high ground, which might have been his first biggest mistake, but two, he also pushes directly into our territory. He knew that we had a caustic on our squad, so he had to weigh his chances of knowing that this building was going to be so defensed up, but he took the chance anyway, and pairing that with my perfect timely scan, I was just able to hop out and lay down some additional damage on him. This even goes back to tip number one, focusing that enemy that is distracted, as I was able to get the knock and he did not know it. Now there's another green flag here in this play, and it can be very much risky at times. I suggest you guys practice around with this in duos lobbies versus trios. Once you get an enemy down, or once one of your teammates go down, you should know that the enemy squad is either going to push for the res on their teammate, or they're going to try to push for the complete kill on your teammate. And so the flag I'm getting to is a bait res, which is exactly what happened with this Mirage. He decided to go for the cleanup on Caustic because he knew that the building was now penetrable, but I was right there trying to get that res and bait him to that res where I could successfully handle my 1v1. And getting that knock put us in a much better situation, because now me and my teammate can actually wait for the last opponent to push, in this case, which was Revenant, to focus fire him, or one of us could easily go for the res on Caustic, still giving us the highest advantage in the fight. In each and every fight that we have, I think what slips away from us is that we're usually out to play for ourselves. I mean, it's kind of the way that the rank system is built. It's kind of like it ties into time to kill. It ties into all the discouragement that goes into you simply getting weakened by your enemy. You want to dip off, you want to go heal. But what I think will become easier for us and how we should gauge these fights is if we take a chance from time to time to look at our teammates' health, to look and see if they're good on shields, to look and see if they need to dip out and go heal. This will help you understand what you may need to do. If it's better that you guys have the upper hand and you press on, or if you pull back with your team so that you don't get focus fired and that you go down. So for our next green flag in taking fights with your squad, of course dueling damage is all the most important, but it's also even great to know how your team is doing on health. As you guys can see here in this play is that we demolished the hell out of these squads, continuing to one, stay together, and two, I like to think keeping track of each other's health. I knew that if maybe this Wraith or this Pappy was extremely weak, that I would need to fall back with them, or I would need to try to take the next fight if we have that advantage. But for those scenarios where none of your teammates have a mic, that's why you can see their inventory, you can see if they're popping a shield battery or a shield cell, you can see how low they are via their health bar. So enough playing for yourself, especially if you're in a pubs match and the stakes are not so much high versus playing a ranked match and having the possibility of losing so many points. Looking at your teammates' health is one of the biggest green flags, and with newly added legend Seer, let's just say it becomes easier to know whether you should push on in a fight or pull back with your teammates. Check me out, channel. That's all I have for today. Review that play. This is episode 3. Guys, get into this playlist. I promise you it will help you, give you guys some in-game tips and tricks that you just need to keep in the back of your mind. Leave some feedback and some comments below. I am always open to that. And I hope to see some of you guys at my next Apex Legends giveaway next Thursday. And don't forget to leave a like for your boy for my beautiful like goal of 15 likes. And with all that being said, I love making this kind of content. Feel free to send me in some clips if you want me to review your play. give you some feedback, and maybe I won't even have to give you some feedback because you're so cracked. It's your boy, The Concise King. I'll see you guys in the next Apex Legends video, in the next Apex Legends live stream, and of course, always my peeps, in the Apex Legends arena. Peace.
I can feel the world getting farther. Every year the stars get darker.